Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I'm glad you're with me today. Look at the weather we have here. This is weird. Okay, now I was down in the OC earlier today, and this is what I saw down there. When I got up here, what I saw was wind gusts. I mean, big wind gusts. Dust storms everywhere. Visibility under a mile. And I'm like, oh my God, what in the world is going on? So, I got back up here to the homestead, and I realized something very quickly. And that is that the Harbor Freight 10 by 12 greenhouse is limited to 45 mile per hour winds. And I sustained some damage. And we'll go over here and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But look at this. Look at these clouds. Look at this weather system moved in on us. Just amazing. And it was raining and snowing over there in the mountains earlier. And it was raining and snow. Well, it was raining over that direction earlier. But the winds were coming from that direction. Now you can see the PMA up there, the turbine blowing, and the winds are coming from that direction. They completely reversed. So what had happened was when they were coming from that direction, the gusts got up to 45 miles per hour. And they were blowing right against that roof right there. And it bent all of the rafters, those ribs, the aluminum ribs, and it pressed it down, and I lost, that panel fell out. That panel fell out. I put this one back in just a few minutes ago because I want to try to keep in as much heat as I can for the nighttime. And then tomorrow's supposed to be a calm day, and I'll get over here and do some work. So what I think I'm going to do is, this is 12 foot across going this way, so I'm going to get a 12 foot 2x4 and put it right underneath that center brace, and I'm going to put 2 or 3 poles, 2x4 poles going up to hold that in place. Because what I saw, I thought for sure I was going to lose the whole greenhouse. Now when that collapsed in, of course the wind was blowing into the greenhouse and it had no place to go, so this was like a giant balloon. So I had to open up those vents, because that vent actually blew up and was bent over the top of the roof, and I had to do something about it. So I opened them up a little bit so that the air could actually blow through there and blow back out again and circulate. But this panel, this one right here, and that one up there, both blew out completely from the gusts of wind, and I had to go down there and get them out of the desert. One was up against my barbed wire fence, and the other one was up against the bush. And other than that, they could have been miles away by the time I got out there to get them. But I lost some of the spring clips that hold them in place. I haven't been able to find them, but I've got a 36-inch rolling magnet. I'm going to bring it out and roll it around, because I did find a couple of them were just buried in the sand. The wind gusts were so strong, it just erased all the footprints and everything that was out here. Just totally amazing. I mean, I thought it was going to turn into a hurricane out here. But they said the winds were going to die down at 3 p.m. It's a little past that now, and it says no wind, but the winds are still running about 12 miles an hour. So I was able to get some repairs done here. And I'm going to show you the temporary repair, and then I can close up the doors in here. But temporarily, I grabbed my 6-foot ladder, and I threw a couple of braces up underneath there to hold that up, because it was trying to push it down. I had to put my whole body into lifting that board up the 3 inches I needed to get it up on top of those 2x4s, because the wind was blowing so hard. It probably felt, well, I would say it probably felt like 160, 170 pounds of pressure on me. And oh my God. So tomorrow I got to get up and fix that last panel there. But I can't do it until I straighten this thing out a little bit. And I'm going to have to grab some 2x4s and prop them up underneath there. I'll get a measurement of the height I need. And I think I'll get 10 footers and a couple of 12 footers. And brace this thing so if the winds ever happen like that again, I'll be safe. So right now, it's a little after 3 in the afternoon, and like I said, they said the winds would die down at 3. And then the temperatures have been dropping. Of course, this thing is wide open, so it can't hold the heat in. So hopefully my plants will make it through the night here, and I'll effect all the repairs tomorrow. But I got some nice stuff on my celery growing here, and the spinach is coming up now, and the tomatoes are coming up right there now. So yeah, everything's looking really good here. My asparagus, yeah, look at the asparagus. It's still happy. And I love coming in here because every time I do, I pluck off some leaves like this of parsley, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Yeah, anyway, parsley is very good for you, so you should eat that on a regular basis. Potatoes are still doing good. These citrus trees are still doing good. The radishes, yep, they're almost ready to start eating some radish. Carrots are going crazy. It looks like a front lawn. Got so many carrots coming up. I'll let them get a little bigger before I start thinning them out, because then I can eat them. They're nice little snacks. Just rinse them off and throw them in a salad, greens and all. And they're just delicious. So yeah, everything's coming up nicely here. Tomato coming up. The tomatoes up here doing well. But I got to get this thing fixed up. Oh, my lettuce up here. Yeah, that lettuce is... This lettuce, the Roman lettuce over here, really coming up. That's nice and healthy and green. Fresh iron. This is the pepper plant, the jalapeno pepper plant. I'm trying to save it, see if it'll take and come back and get any sprouts on it. But anyway, that's all there is here. Let me get this... oh, looks like it knocked the door off its track. So that's another thing I'll have to fix tomorrow. Because I had to open these doors because the wind was coming through here and blowing on these doors. They were flexing in, almost touching the lettuce there. So I had to open the doors to let the wind through. And it didn't matter because the back wall was wide open after those panels blew away. So the air just blew straight through the greenhouse without causing any more damage. But that was my relief from it. So I like to say you should learn something new every day, otherwise you've wasted a day of your life. Well, today I learned something new, and I really wished I didn't have to. All right. Yeah, it's getting chilly out here. Chickens are doing well. Tomcat's doing well. I'm not going to go over to Tomcat and open up his cage because I got him all wrapped up with a tarp and got some extra blankets in there to keep him warm because it's going to be a chilly night. Now, when the winds were blowing and that PMA up there was cranking out, that's a KT5 by Thermodyne, and I went in and checked my output and I was getting 880 watts at 45 miles per hour. So that's half the speed that's rated for. That thing is supposed to stall at 90 miles per hour with those blades. And that's half the speed. So at half the speed, I got half the output. That's a 1685 watt maximum output. I was getting 880, so that's halfway, half of the speed. Just about right. Interesting. Anyway, that's the biggest output I've seen so far, and it was just around 60 amps is what it was putting out. I had so much extra electricity that my dump load was on, dumping electricity into the heating element in that room and warming everything up, which of course helped the batteries come up a little bit. And then of course my 2-point-something K of solar panels, when the sun came through the clouds, they were kicking out electricity. Heck, I'm running the electric heater in here, the TV, the radio, everything I could run, and I still had 14 volts in the batteries. 14.2 to be more precise. So yeah, there's plenty of electricity going around today. All right, everybody, that's all I've got. I'm going to call it a day. I already declared that 2 p.m. on this day is beer drinking day. So I already had a beer. I'm going to go in and have another one now. And one last question before I end this. When does 12 and 12 equal 20? When it's today. 12/12/2020. All right, everybody. Nice talking to you. Enjoy your evening off. I'm going to get things put together so we can start this next seed giveaway here. It's supposed to start tomorrow, and hopefully it will, as long as I can get things done in the daytime and get that greenhouse fixed up a little bit. And we'll go from there. This is G Bear signing off.